What's up guys, welcome back to another Hot Wheels unboxing video. Here we have an old Apple box. This one is a flat styled Apple box. There are a lot of cars in here, but I think this case got left on its side because as you can see when we open this case up, some of the cars are a little wavy. There was about 125 cars in here, so I broke it up into 5 different episodes. This is part 4 in our first set of mainlines. Let's dig in. First up, we have the 1992 Radar Ranger, collector's number 63. This is on a full blue card, which shows its age, but it did seem to get bent the most, being left on its side. Great looking car. I love the little satellite dish on it. Hopefully if I leave this out for a little bit, it'll flatten out again. Fast forward 5 years and we have the 1997 Hummer, collector's number 188. Here we have the all-white police Hummer with the 3-spoked wheels on it. This car is a little bit wider than your normal Hot Wheel and a very cool looking vehicle. Next up we have the 1997 Toyota MR2 collector's number 894. This sporty little 2-seater is decked out with Toyota decals on it. The MR2 was a mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports car manufactured from 1984 to 2007. Next up we have the 1997 Ferrari 250, collector's number 866. The Ferrari 250 was produced by Ferrari from 1957 to 1961 in response to an engine regulation change, regulating the maximum engine size to 3 liters for the 24 Hours of Le Mans and other various endurance races. Here we have our first 1998 model, the Digger, collector's number 643. I always like collecting the excavators and the dump trucks and some of the big dirt moving vehicles. Also, it was interesting because this was at a time when the excavator had gotten recalled for having a small shovel that detached, so I picked it up thinking maybe this one would get recalled too. Next up we have our 1998 56 Flashsider, collector's number 899. Now I really like old style pickup trucks. This is a very classic styled truck and it is Hot Wheels race team, so I had to have it. Next up we have a 1998 Hydroplane, collector's number 873. These hydroplanes look like they don't roll, but they do have a tiny set of wheels on them. They barely roll to start with, but once you put them in water, they really don't roll. Here we have a 1998 Lamborghini Diablo, collector's number 781. Love the paint job, hate the rims. I don't really like those 5-dot rims on any vehicle that Hot Wheels makes. Tan interior with the smoked windows looks great on this vehicle. Next we have the 1998 Police Car, collector's number 875. This is the State Police Cruiser, but what's interesting about this car, if you notice the siren on the top is red and the windows are the smoked gray. With most castings, the color of the accessory is usually the same color as the windows, but they took a little bit more time with this police cruiser. And for our first 1999 vehicle, it's also a police cruiser. This one's collector number is 1046. And as you can see there, the siren and the windows are the same tint of light blue, in contrast to the one we just saw. Next up, we have a 1999 25th anniversary Lamborghini Countach. If you saw part 1, we saw the 1997 first edition of this car. It was in yellow, so this is just the silver one. Here we have a 1999 Semi-Fast. This Semi-Fast is blue and white underneath the yellowing packaging we're seeing here. This is due to Mattel using recycled plastic for a few years. Next we have the 1999 Express Lane, collector's number 1067. This feels like a death machine that we would have made as kids, a shopping cart with a motor on it. Unfortunately there's a small crack right there in this vehicle, but sharp looking vehicle nonetheless. Next we have the 1999 59 Chevy. I feel like they should have added the word Impala to the end of that, but here we have a 59 Chevy that's silver with some pinstriping on it. This is a lowrider, so I definitely needed it for my collection. Next up, we have the 1999 Chaparral 2, collector's number 1008. This is a good looking car with its wire spoked rims and its 2 white racing stripes. This car used to be great on the track. It was small and had a low center of gravity. It used to make the loop-to-loop almost every time. Next up, we have the 1999 Exploder, collector's number 1091. This is an interesting looking car. It has 2 jet engines in the back of it. It has a turbine in the front of it. And I believe that red window opens and closes. Here we have the 1999 96 Mustang, collector's number 1068. As you can see, they used the yellowing plastic again, but this one isn't too bad just yet. I wonder if there's a way to reverse it. If you know how, leave it in the comments below. Next, we have the 1999 56 Ford truck. This is an interesting car because this is a 1999 first edition, but this is on a mainline card. So you could either have this one on a first edition card or have one on a mainline card for some reason. I don't know. Very curious why this happened in 1999. Next up, we have the 1999 Mini Truck, collector's number 1102. I really like the color choices for this mini truck. The gold really accents the black glossy paint job, and the red interior makes everything pop. Great looking mini truck, definitely one for the collection. Here we have the 1999 What a Drag, collector's number 1044. And what a drag, they use recycled plastic. But no big deal, we can still see through it. On the back there you have a Hot Wheels logo, and this is a 3-wheeler as you can see. There's the number 6 on the front and it has a red windshield. This is an interesting looking car. Next we have the 1999 Roll Patrol, collector's number 1037. This is a pretty cool convertible Jeep. It says Mudcat on the back there and it's sponsored by JT Motorsports. Ooh, it's a little dusty, but overall okay. Great looking vehicle. I think it would have looked better with a different color interior, but that's the only thing I would have changed. Here we have the 1999 Firebird, collector's number 1065. This one has some pretty fancy wheels and a lot of decals on it. Looks like a NASCAR vehicle, but not in that packaging. Next up we have the 1999 School Bus, collector's number 1055. This is the graphics team school bus and it was black with red tinted windows. As you can see, there's a large logo on the top, which is pretty cool. Man, this thing is dusty. And again, they use recycled plastic. Here we have the 1999 Rail Rodder, collector's number 1043. This vehicle is modeled after a train engine, but with motors instead of a steam engine. This one is called the Icebreaker, engine 32 degrees below. Quite an interesting looking vehicle. The last one for this episode is going to be this 1999 Rigger motor, collector's number 1052. This Rigger motor is a beautiful red color with some nice decals on it that says Thorny Graves, and I believe those are roses. That huge motor and those exhaust pipe really make this a cool car. I've always liked the Rigger motors, mainly because they remind me of the Monsters or the Addams Family. That's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys liked it. We'll see you next time.